The sense of the oneness with all things is nothing new. In Hindu tradition, there is a word used to express the part of ourselves which understands this connection, the Atman. The Atman is the soul which recognizes the Atman of all existence. It is part of the whole and yet the whole itself. Carl Jung, the psychoanalyst, often used a story which expressed the lack of understanding we have in the West for such concepts, stating that our Christianized personas failed utterly to comprehend non-linear ideas. The story goes like this. An initiate visited his master one day and asked about the Atman. How would he recognize the Atman in others? The master said that that was the role of the Atman, and that even the Atman within an elephant would recognize another. The next day, the initiate was walking along a path when he saw an elephant and a rider. Deciding that his own Atman and that of the elephants would have knowledge of each other, he walked on and into the path of the great beast. The rider shouted and screamed at the initiate to move out of the way, but he refused to listen to the rider, trusting instead in the wise words of his master. The elephant also refused to move and lifted the initiate up into the air with his trunk and threw the young adept some distance. The initiate, bruised and shocked, went to see his master the following day and complained bitterly. The master simply stated, "You failed to listen to the rider. He too has the Atman, as do all things." Because of the mindset of the West, we have to deal with everything in a box-like linear fashion, not understanding symbolisms and parable for what they often are, intrinsic deep truths, the mysteries of all things. Instead, we break the world apart and reduce it down to constituent parts, and then we can no longer see the whole, the Atman, the One. Every action, every thought, intention, and idea has a consequence in the whole. Refusing or failing to listen to the Atman from wherever it derives is a failing of the West. For the Atman is the true self, and now we struggle to even comprehend this. Our arrogance and aloofness is our persona, and before we know it, some great beast will come along and throw us from our path because we have refused to listen. Before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. Zen Buddhist proverb. You cannot wake a person who is pretending to be asleep. Navajo proverb. Who is more foolish, the child afraid of the dark, or the man afraid of the light? Maurice Freehill. Every man, woman, and child is a star.